The finale starts with Saiko hanging out with Hiro in Hawaii, helping him out with his farm. She tells him, though, that she's not staying forever. Eventually, she'll have to leave to explore more coffee places. Then, out of nowhere, Kazumasa shows up. He's decided to stay with her for a few days, but he stresses it's a visit as Yosuke, not as Kazumasa. He shares some good news. He's healthy, he's getting better, and he's gonna live a long life. But here's the catch. He's gonna start losing Yosuke's memories. Saiko's heart sinks when she hears that, realizing that Yosuke will eventually fade from this world. Kazumasa suggests that she should say goodbye to Yosuke, to have no regrets. Hiro encourages Saiko to do it, telling her that saying a proper goodbye will give her the peace she needs, and that it will make her lucky somehow. So Saiko spends some time with Kazumasa, cooking and enjoying a nice meal together. Kazumasa admits that since he got Yosuke's heart, he's become a little more fun, more like Yosuke, but that when Yosuke's memories are gone, he'll be sad because he'll miss him. He also admits that he's been acting as Kazumasa that day. Saiko reassures him that it's okay. She likes him just as he is, and that she's enjoying their time together. They end up watching a funny movie and laughing, and Saiko opens up a little, saying this is the kind of life she's always wanted, the kind of life she never got to have with Yosuke. Earlier, Saiko got a call from Miki, who is Kazumasa's wife. Miki tells her that Kazumasa will be lying about his health. The truth is, the heart he got from Yosuke is starting to fail. Kazumasa is dying. He came to Hawaii because he needed to see Saiko one last time. Miki admits she knows Kazumasa is gonna die and she's accepted it, but she also wants Saiko to suffer with her. Miki also warns Saiko not to sleep with Kazumasa, as it could accelerate the heart's failure. Miki tells her she has to take care of her husband, and Saiko cries as she remembers that call. That night, Saiko lies on Kazumasa's chest and falls asleep, listening to the heartbeat that still carries a little bit of Yosuke in it. The next day, Saiko takes Kazumasa to the airport. They talk about the first time she met Yosuke and how he played a song for her. She wonders aloud what he played, but Kazumasa remembers it clearly. He says that when Yosuke first saw Saiko, she looked upset, so he wanted to cheer her up. When Yosuke saw a piano, he couldn't resist playing, and he played a melody that spelled out smile. Kazumasa starts playing that same melody and tells Saiko to always smile, just like Yosuke would have wanted. Saiko gets teary-eyed as she listens, and then Kazumasa switches to I Want You Back by the Jackson 5, but halfway through, he struggles to continue, and Saiko knows that means Yosuke's memories are finally slipping away. They share a quiet handshake, and Saiko thanks him for everything, telling him she's grateful that someone like him exists in the world. They hug and then part ways for good. Kazumasa heads back to Japan to be with Miki. The two of them run to each other, embracing in a tearful reunion. A little while later, Kazumasa passes away in the orchard, surrounded by the people who loved him. Meanwhile, Saiko heads to see Kengo. They both laugh and agree they'll never fall in love with the same guy again. Saiko goes back to the factory and finds out that Midori's pregnant. She pays Shinoda a visit, and while she's on the train heading home, she gets a text from Miki. Saiko meets Miki, who needs her help with the harvest. Miki reminds her that she owes her a debt and an apology, but then she tells Saiko that this favor is really just an annual thing. Once a year, Miki wants to see her as a way of experiencing a bit of Yosuke and Kazumasa again. Saiko smiles and agrees to help. And that's how the series ends, with Saiko agreeing to help Miki, knowing that her love for both Yosuke and Kazumasa will live on in small ways, year after year.